Have you ever felt like you're not alone even when you are, or sensed a presence around you that can't be explained? You may be wondering if someone or something from beyond our world is trying to get your attention. In this video, we'll look at 10 potential signs that a spirit or entity from the other side may be contacting you. Life after death is a fascinating concept that has intrigued humans since the beginning of time. While science has not fully explained the possibility of contacting souls that have passed, many believe there is evidence that communication between our world and the afterlife is possible. Through history, mediums and psychics have reported unusual experiences that suggest deceased loved ones or spirits are still around and want to communicate. So what exactly might signal that you have a visitor from the other side? In this video, we'll explore some common experiences reported by those who believe they've encountered spirits from another realm. From unexplained noises and smells to lights turning on and off on their own, I'll break down cues that have been associated with paranormal contact over the years. By the end, you may have a better idea if any signs in your own life could be messages sent your way from beyond. Let's get started with the first clue that spirit communication may be happening for you. Before watching this video, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. This is very important to us. Number 1. Unexplained scents. Have you ever unexpectedly smelled a distinct scent like flowers or perfume out of nowhere, with no visible cause or explanation for it? Many people who believe they have experienced contact from spirits in the afterlife say one of the more common signs is unexplained scents. The theory is that our sense of smell is strongly linked to memories and emotions, so spirits may use smells as a way to get our attention and help us recognize their presence. When it comes to scents associated with flowers, it is thought that smelling blooms that are not in season or cannot be found in the area is a way for spirits to communicate. Different flowers are believed to carry meaning, so a soul may send the fragrance of a particular blossom as a message to remind us of them or as a sign they are near. For example, smelling fresh lilies in the middle of winter would seem impossible, yet some believe this to be a loved one in spirit form, letting you know they are watching over you. In the same way, catching a brief whiff of a perfume or cologne that a deceased husband, wife, friend or family member used to wear is taken as a sign they are sending you scent signals from beyond. Our sense of smell can instantly take us back to powerful memories, so smelling that signature fragrance, even though the bottle has long been empty, is thought to be a spirit using familiar scents to gain our attention. Several people who have described smelling the distinctive perfume or aftershave of someone who has passed say it seemed to come and go in waves and left them feeling comforted. Whether these unexplained scents have a rational explanation or are truly messages from spirits, they are fascinating anomalies that really can evoke strong memories and emotions. The theory holds that our sense of smell may provide a direct line of communication for souls in the afterlife to send us signs in a language we understand on a deep sensory level. While science has not proven life after death, these strange scents are compelling cases used by many to argue they have received otherworldly contact through one of our most intimate senses. Number 2. Sudden changes in temperature. One of the most commonly reported experiences among those who claim to have encountered a spirit is a sudden and unexplained change in the surrounding temperature. Our physical world has laws of physics that determine how heat and cold behave, so a room that has been consistently warm or cool should not experience wild fluctuations without a logical cause. However, some people firmly believe that spirits from beyond have the ability to subtly alter the temperatures in an area as a way to make their presence known. When a spirit interacts with our world, it is said to displace or disturb the normal flow of thermal energy. They may siphon off heat to create a localized cold spot or transfer an abundance of their own spiritual energy to increase temperatures in a specific location, like right next to a person. Reportedly, these temperature variances usually only last for a brief moment before returning back to normal levels. People describe feeling like they just walked into an invisible patch of bitterly cold air on an otherwise warm day, or experiencing a flash of heat radiating against their skin amongst moderate surroundings. Interestingly, infrared cameras and thermal imaging devices have on rare occasions picked up anomalies that seem to match descriptions of places feeling unusually hot or chilled for no obvious scientific reason. Orbs and shadows show up with different thermal readings than their backdrop, hinting there could be some disruptive force at play with the movement and flow of heat. While these captures alone do not prove ghosts are real, they do lend credence to the idea that areas grappling with spiritual activity may undergo measurable temperature divergences on camera. A spirit trying to get someone's attention may cause the quickest spikes or drops in temperature, but a long-term haunting is sometimes linked to more gradual temperature variations over time. A friendly spirit keeping watch could maintain a whole room a few degrees cooler or warmer than adjoining areas. More troubled souls that do not wish to rest may leech heat away in ways, making the atmosphere feel oppressively gloomy and icy to sensitive visitors. When combined with additional paranormal phenomena, like noises, smells, or visual apparitions, fleeting temperature differences take on even greater significance as a possible otherworldly communication. While science has not been able to definitely confirm the paranormal cause of all reported temperature fluctuations, the consistency of stories from reputable witnesses leaves open the possibility that spirits do possess the power to subtly manipulate our plane's energy on a thermal level. Those who claim to sense these spirit-induced changes describe the sensations in vivid detail, saying the surges of cold or warmth through them felt entirely unnatural and brief, yet very real. When experienced along with other hallmark signs of a haunting, sudden variations in temperature could indeed serve as one helpful clue that a presence from beyond wishes to make contact. Number 3. Electronic disturbances. Many people who claim to have been contacted by spirits from the other side report experiencing strange electronic disturbances. They say lights will flicker inexplicably, or electronic devices will turn on or off by themselves with no clear explanation. Televisions may even change channels all on their own. This type of paranormal phenomenon is often seen as a sign that a spiritual entity is attempting to get our attention and communicate from beyond through the manipulation of electrical currents and wired devices. The idea is that spirits, which do not have a physical body in our world, are still able to harness energy and affect things on an electromagnetic level. After all electronic equipment runs on electric currents and magnetic fields. So a determined spirit may be capable of briefly interfering with these forces to achieve simple actions like turning switches on or off from a distance. Most commonly reported are lights dimming or brightening as though being adjusted by an invisible touch. TVs may display fleeting images that match memories significant to the spirit's former life as they pulse energy through a set. Phones may ring once with no caller ID attached. Music players shuffle tracks seemingly selected by an unseen hand. Such phenomena indicate to many that spirits retain a level of control over energy even after death and can learn to channel that control into brief visible displays if strongly motivated to make contact. The disturbances tend to happen at moments of peak emotion for the spirit, when trying to comfort a grieving loved one or deliver an urgent message, perhaps. While fleeting and subtle, these electronic signs are taken by some as confirmation that spirits live on in a form that can still subtly influence and interact with our world under the right conditions, even if just for an instant. For others wary of paranormal interpretations, they may simply be odd coincidences with rational explanations we have yet to uncover. But for those who've experienced multiple corroborating incidents, the disturbances take on deeper significance. So in summary, for many who claim to have encountered restless souls, lights flickering without cause, televisions switching on by themselves with snowy screens, or other strange electronic glitches, could be understood as spirits using the energy all around us to send ambiguous communications across the veil between realms, making themselves known through subtle manipulation of the currents powering our modern world, when more direct contact is not possible. Of course, skepticism remains for most, but to those who've witnessed such events multiple times in conjunction with other potentially paranormal experiences, Electronic disturbances may truly feel like signs that someone or something from beyond is attempting to get through. Number 4. Unexplained sounds. Hearing sounds like whispers, footsteps, or knocking when you appear to be alone can be unsettling and leave one to ponder whether spirits or other supernatural entities may be trying to get your attention. Many people who claim to have experienced contact from departed loved ones or other spirits often report hearing strange noises with no obvious explanation. While analysts may try to justify these experiences through rational means, such as stress, exhaustion, or acoustic phenomena, for those who encounter such sounds regularly with no natural cause, it can strongly suggest an unseen presence nearby. Some people describe the whispering as faint mumblings they cannot make out clear words from, as if someone is in the room or hallway having a muffled conversation just beyond hearing. Others recall distinct whispers of their name being called out by an unfamiliar voice when no one else is around. Footsteps may sound as if someone is walking across the room above or below, but checking reveals no one else home. Knocks on walls or doors sometimes follow people from room to room and stop when acknowledged, but find no one upon opening. Repeated sounds on the same spot on a regular basis, especially at similar times, can add to the strangeness. Spirit encounters may try grabbing your attention with sounds to open mental communication. They come across as faint to not alarm, but persistent enough to be noticed. As you instinctively search around and find no explanation to dismiss it, the idea something invisible wishes to engage cannot be ignored. The sounds seem purposefully ambiguous, stopping just before recognition to maintain a mysterious tone and pique your curiosity further. Their origins leave just enough uncertainty to ponder whether visitors from another realm are making contact. While rational thinking searches for a scientific reason, many intuit that spirits wishing to connect may first do so in subtle, non-threatening ways, like soft sounds to test the waters. Not meant to frighten, but get the recipient to consciously open up to whatever message awaits. Repeated experiences suggest an entity is actively trying to have their presence acknowledged and validated. Not dismissing such anomalies and being receptive allows any spiritual communication to potentially grow stronger over time. For those receptive, unexplained sounds may be gentle rappings on the door between worlds asking to be let in. Number 5. Dreams and visions. Dreams and visions can be a way for spirits of deceased loved ones or otherworldly beings to try and communicate with us. When someone passes away, their spirit is said to live on in the afterlife. According to spiritual beliefs, spirits have the ability to enter our dreams or appear to us in visions. They may do this to let us know they are okay after death, to share messages, or provide comfort and closure. Dreams of the deceased tend to be very vivid and detailed. You may dream that you are having a clear conversation with the person or see them smiling and waving at you. Their appearance in the dream looks completely like you remember them in real life. These dreams can feel incredibly realistic, almost as if you are having a waking experience. Visions while awake can also be very lifelike, where you see and hear the spirit plain as day. Some common signs that a dream or vision may be from the spiritual world include seeing the person younger or older than when they died, having messages or symbolic imagery, or dreaming about the person on anniversary dates or moments of grief. It is said spirits choose to come through in our sleep because our minds are in a more relaxed, suggestible state. The veil between this world and the afterlife is thought to be thinner when we dream. By encountering the deceased in a dream state, it can help us process their passing on a deeper emotional level than normal thoughts. It gives spirits a way to make their presence known and reassure us they are at peace. For many people, dreaming about a loved one after they die brings them comfort, closure, and a feeling of connection to help with grieving. Some may use the dreams as validation that love continues beyond the physical plane. Receiving messages from spirits, though visions, while awake requires a more open psychic mind. It is believed spirits have the ability to impress images, conversations, or symbolic clues into our thoughts and imagination at times when we are most receptive. Like dreams, visions allow the deceased to continue their bond, and let us know they still watch over us from the next realm. Witnessing actual visions of spiritual beings is rare, but can provide profound experiences that reshape how we perceive death and our place in the universe. Whether in dreams or visions, communications from the other side offer reassurance that our loved ones' spirits live on. Number 6. Increased intuition. Many people who have experienced contact from spirits in the afterlife report having a heightened sense of intuition. Your intuition can be described as a gut feeling or inner knowing about people, places, events, or situations. It's like you just know something deep down inside, even if you don't have a logical explanation for it. Our intuition comes from a part of our minds that works differently than our rational, logical thinking. When your intuition is increased, you may start to get strong hunches or premonitions about things before they happen. For example, you may feel worried about a friend or family member and then find out later they had an accident or illness, even though they didn't tell you anything was wrong. You could drive down a street and get an intense feeling that you need to turn around, and then hear later that there was a bad accident just minutes after you passed by. You may start to predict things people are about to say or do. Some believe this increased intuition happens because spirits who have passed over are able to tap into our intuitive abilities more strongly than our normal conscious mind. They may be trying to communicate important messages or warnings to help guide us. Because they are no longer limited by a physical body, spirits have a different perspective that allows them to see patterns and possibilities we can't consciously access. So they can enhance our intuition as a way to get our attention and share knowledge that could be useful. Having strong intuitive nudges, hunches, or insights that consistently prove to be accurate is a sign your intuition may be heightened. Pay attention to any gut feelings or premonitions you get, as uncomfortable as they may seem, because they could save you from harm or help you help others. Don't second-guess your intuition or dismiss it, even if the insights don't make logical sense. With an open mind, you may start to understand these experiences as attempts by spirits to guide you. Your intuition could become a valuable tool for connecting with messages from the other side. Number 7. Unexplained physical sensations. Many people who believe they have been contacted by spirits from the other world report experiencing odd physical sensations that cannot be easily explained. One of the most common of these is a sudden tingling feeling on the skin. Some describe it as feeling like goosebumps or feeling static-like zaps on their arms or back. The tingling can move around the body seemingly of its own accord. Eyewitnesses say it leaves them with a slight uneasy feeling like someone is watching them. Another mysterious physical sign is the sensation of being touched. Some people say they distinctly feel invisible hands touching or stroking their skin. It may feel like a light caress on their shoulder, arm, or back. When they turn around suddenly, of course there is no one physically there. Scientists cannot find any natural causes to explain how a spirit could manifest in this way. Skeptics say it's imagination, but those who feel the touches insist it seems very real. Perhaps one of the strangest signs of a spiritual encounter is feeling a sudden rush of energy inside the body. This is described as waves or pulses of warmth that start in the stomach and spread throughout the entire physical form rapidly. It leaves the affected person feeling slightly euphoric, but also bewildered as to what could have happened. The energy pulses disappear as quickly as they came on. Some mediums say this type of internal sensation is a spirit attempting to make contact and communicate they are present. However, once again, science cannot confirm or deny such supernatural claims. By far the most convincing evidence, according to eyewitnesses, is when these unusual physical experiences are accompanied by additional signs commonly linked to spirits. For example, feeling touches along with hearing unexplained voices, seeing apparitions, or having objects move by themselves lends more credibility that a ghost may be present and attempting to interact. Of course, alone these sensations could also potentially be blamed on conditions like anxiety or overactive imagination. But when joined with other eerie events, some see it as proof we all live alongside souls from another realm. The exact nature of spirit encounters may never have entirely logical explanations our modern science can prove. But for countless observers throughout history, These strange physical experiences have them convinced they've come face to face with visitors from the afterlife. Number 8. Changes in animal behavior. Your beloved pet dog or cat is usually calm, relaxed, and playful at home. However, you may notice that lately their behavior has become a little odd. They seem restless, pacing around the house and peering into corners as if looking at something that you cannot see. When you try to pet them or call them over, they seem distracted and ignore you. Their hair could even be standing up on their back, and they are lowly growling at empty space. This strange behavior where animals stare, prowl, or become agitated for no obvious reason is one sign that some people believe indicates their pets can detect a presence from the spirit world. As animals have sharper senses than humans, they may be able to see, hear, or sense spirits where we cannot. Their instincts and natural caution around anything unknown makes them wary and on edge. Pets that are usually playful and happy become fearful and protective, as if responding to a threat or warning humans away from some unseen danger. Some possible explanations are that animals can see or sense wavelengths of light, sounds, or energies that spirits give off during ghost sightings that humans are blind to. Their refined sense of smell may pick up subtle changes in electromagnetic fields or aromatic cues when spirits are near. Spirits have also been known to appear as shadows, mists, or cold spots that pets confronting. Therefore, dogs and cats pawing or barking at apparitions may be reacting to some manifestation that frightens them, though we cannot perceive what they see. Their restless wandering around homes, pausing and staring fixedly, also suggests pets are tracking something invisible. When animals suddenly freeze or crouch down with hackles raised, tails tucked under and pupils dilated, it indicates they sense a presence and are alarmed or threatened by it in a way caretakers cannot understand. It may feel to pets like an intruder has entered that sets off their protective instincts. These peculiar behavioral changes have credence for some as signifying that beloved family animals are alerting humans to unseen spiritual entities around them, even if we lack their abilities to detect ghosts directly ourselves. While always good to rule out normal causes for stress first, if pets continue showing signs of being scared, distracted, or reacting to seemingly empty areas for an extended period, their strange behavior could perhaps be taken as a warning that a spirit may be trying to contact or manifest near their human companions through these frightened furry messengers. Their sensitive natures may in a way serve as an early warning system for paranormal presences. Number 9. Objects moving on their own. You are at home, relaxing on the couch and reading a book. Suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you notice something strange. The picture frame sitting on the end table has shifted, the photos are no longer straight. You look around but see no explanation for how it could have moved on its own. Intrigued, you get up to examine the frame more closely. It wasn't tipped over, just slightly askew from its original position. You straighten it back out but are left wondering. How did it move without any door or window being open, without any pets or people nearby that could have bumped it? You think back, replaying the last few minutes in your head, but nobody entered the room and nothing could have accidentally touched it. Dismissing it as a weird anomaly for now, you return to your book. But a little while later, another odd occurrence catches your attention. As you turn the page, you see from the corner of your eye some papers rustling on the desk across the room. Your documents are flipping through themselves as if blown by a breeze. Yet again, all the windows are closed firmly, and there are no air vents or fans pointing that way. Perplexed, you get up once more to inspect the papers. They have settled back down now, but were definitely in motion just moments ago with no obvious explanation. A chill runs down your spine as you realize both of these strange events involved objects moving independently of any natural or visible cause. Could this be evidence that some type of invisible entity is present and actively contacting you from the other world? Spiritual and paranormal experts agree that objects moving of their own accord is one of the most common signs of potential spirit activity being witnessed. It seems that sometimes discarnate souls or other supernatural beings have the ability to subtly manipulate or shift solid objects through unknown means, perhaps as a way to get someone's attention or make their unseen presence known. Of course, not all such motions can be definitively proven to be of otherworldly origin either, as trick memories or drafts could occasionally play a role. But when things glide, float or fly across a room with no natural trigger, or flip rapidly through books while pages remain uncrumpled, it is understandably disconcerting. The displaced energy needed to autonomously move dense, multi-pound objects is far beyond any living person's strength. Could it be spirits have found a way, through some dimension unseen to our living eyes, to briefly manifest just enough to nudge an item as a calling card? Or is there a rational explanation we have yet to discover? Forever a mystery, unexplained motions remain a puzzling sign that something other may be present, crossing over into our world, if only briefly. That wraps up our list of the top 10 signs that someone from the other world may be trying to contact you. If you or someone you know has experienced any of these signs, please share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences may help others determine if anything paranormal is happening in their own lives. As we learn more from each other, our understanding of the connection between worlds could grow. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified when new videos. Be sure to also hit the like button if you found this look at signs of spirit communication interesting or insightful. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you come away from this video with new perspective on this intriguing topic. I appreciate you joining me to explore these possibilities. Until next time.